with some good news. The good news keeps coming for Arlington. We're really doing a good job down here. So, I mean, it is good enough. I mean, I feel kind of, I don't want to say guilty, but I know that there's some people in the state that are really struggling now. But because you have some interest in the school here, and I'll point that out. So if you look at our revenues, and we are very lucky because we do live near school choice towns, that we are doing well. And I know that if you look at the FY20 budget and our FY20 actuals, that's what we put in. Now, if you look, we're going to go up at tuition elementary. We're predicting, these are predictions, but they're pretty good predictions. So we're going to go up about $20,000 in elementary next year. And we look at the high school, which we've really been concentrating on, especially with our work with the communication director and such. We're predicting to go up $148,000 next year. So in tuition money, and that's something that we're trying to reach that goal of. We still probably want to get about another $150,000 tuition students. And I think we thought it was at $18,000 students, so it's not that difficult to get. So maybe that's 9 or 10 more students, and to constantly come down to our high school. But we are making pretty good strides there. And the nice thing about it too is, getting into the surplus, is I took these numbers off this year's. So these are based strictly off this year's numbers. So if you see in our FY20 budget, these are going to be, FY20 budget, we only budgeted from revenue $143,000. We're getting $162. We budgeted $304 at the high school. We're getting $453. And then the pre-K we're down a little bit, but that pre-K number, I put 3 pre-K children in there, Dan. That's what I put in. You never know. It's a crapshoot. So that's the rest of them we kind of know, because we know it's very rare. If you have a 10th grade student from Sunderland, they're 9 out of 9.9 times they're going to come and go to the high school. So so we feel pretty confident with those numbers. I put 2 GHOST students in there for next year. A GHOST student is we're graduating 2 Sunderland students at the high school. I do anticipate having at least 2 students come in from Sunderland. We traditionally always pick up a couple students in 8th grade. That's been the trend. We'll see. We'll see if we'll continue that. And plus, I feel confident we do have students.
In 8th grade?
I'm sorry,
from 8th to 9th.
From 8th grade from the 8th grade into 9th grade. We do have students now.
We could figure out that middle school debacle. We could.
Yeah, I mean, it was a debacle, but we're actually doing pretty well. I mean, I think now that, we do have a student from East Dorset this year. We have a student from Winhall this year, and those are some traditional towns we don't drive from. Do we have a student from Danby? Is that the East Dorset student? Okay, so we are getting some non-traditional towns down here, and really we've only been working at this for a year. So we did have a slow goal, but it's better news than becoming and saying, hey, we haven't made a dent at all. So we're essentially halfway to our target. If we can pick up some more tuition students, it'll have a better long-term effect on the school.
Yeah. There's still a lot of education opportunity to inform residents of school choice towns that they do actually have choice.
Yep.
It's mind-boggling.
And it's not.
The messaging to them is, if you live in Manchester, your designated high school is BBA.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, there's some truth to that. But remember, you're in competition. We have Winhall. You have the Mountain School up there, and the Stratton Mountain School.
Yep.
And then you have Long Trail. So not only do you have what you just said, which is true, you designate if you're in Manchester, but there is intense competition.
Oh, absolutely.
Intense competition, and we just we're 1 year into the marketing.
Yep.
Long Trail, SMS, and Burn Academy have been marketing.
Yep.
Since I arrived here in 2005, had massive marketing campaigns. So they're 15 years into it. We're 1 year into it. I think the future's bright.
No, I'm just saying that there's still a lot of, just basic education about what school choice really means.
Yeah.
It
and
is.
then send our bus up there.
That's it. I think I always say you pick up
transportation.
5 or 10 students just
All you
by
need is a bus.
driving a bus up and down Route 7, you know.
We had inquiries about transportation.
Sure. Well, we had talked about that initially when we were doing that.
Well, I think that, I mean, we never had a formal vote, but I think all the members of the board in the past were in favor of it. If there was enough, we didn't want to drive a bus up there for one student, but if you're getting 3, 4, 5, 6 students,
It makes
why
sense.
wouldn't we?
Yeah, no, and I've actually, I've had
I don't know what
conversations.
comes first, though, the chicken or the egg.
Right. If you
Well, I mean,
say
if
you're going to drive a bus.
but my thing is, if you have inquiries about it, you
Yeah,
should
we
tell
have.
them that we will send a bus up there if you do come to school.
And the BRSU would work with us on that. So they would pick up, I did talk to them, and we just haven't had the breadth of students yet, but they did say that they would drive them to some central location. Because right now, I know that they pick up students from all over.